Hello everyone, this is Dion Soul. I hope everyone is doing well, and today, as you see before you, we are looking at one of my videos that when I did the Cessna 310 by Digital Replica. And the reason why I'm over here is because one of my viewers asked, Richard Watam, I hope I pronounced it correctly, asked, do you think you could do a Piper Seneca flight? And I said, sure, I can do the flight. I can take the challenge. So without further ado, here it is. Here is the Carenado's version of the Seneca 5 by Carenado, obviously, and I thought I would fly this flight, which is going to be an FS economy flight from Widow Rock, Arizona to Widow Rockers are from Double Eagle. Let me jump back over here on the SkyVector, and this is going to be our flight plan. So let me get over here and go boom. There we go. And then here's SkyVector routing right here. We're going to take off here and go northwest, and then do a few little transitions to be able to get over, and then get north of Gallup, Mexico, and there is going to be Window Rock. And Window Rock, I've never been there before, so it's going to be new to me. It's a 7,000 foot runway, and the altitude is 6,700 feet, so we shouldn't have any problems there. It looks like there is terrain a little bit in and around there, so we're going to see what we get once we get there. And so I thought I would do this. We're going to make a little bit of scratch for the company. And I got to and from, so we got a total of almost $9,000 between the back and forth on carrying the passengers. I am going to overload and carry 7 passengers, even though the airplane is only designed to carry 5, so I am kind of cheating up a little bit right there. I do notice that I probably need to go ahead and maybe go ahead and put some fuel in this bad boy, and I think I need to put 101 gallons of fuel because I am using the alias for the Raytheon Premier 1, but we're actually going to fly this the Seneca, and the Seneca is definitely a different different fuel burn and different fuel capacity, and so you have to accommodate what airplane you're going to fly, and as long as you're below, you're good to go. So anyway, so like I say, this airplane is a very nice airplane, by Carenado. The airplane is old, unfortunately, and by me saying it's old, here it is over the nextplane.org store for $32.95. The reason why I say the airplane is old is because the last time it was updated according to this graphic was on August the 8th of 2018, and during that timeline, I think we're at 11.20 or 25 or something like that, maybe 15, I don't remember. But what's actually interesting is it says it was August the 8th, but then you go over here to the version history and you see that it was on 2017 with version 1 with the same version number. So I don't know what's right. I did notice that all of the a lot of the files that I saw in the folder for this airplane is all 2017. The majority of them. There may have been some 2018s there, but I didn't notice. And it is using the G500 GPS, which means you have to download, as it says in the requirements, you have to download the Carenado G1000 database thing, which is fine, whatever. I don't use it, but it's if you don't have other means to navigate, then you'll have to do that. Again, the airplane is nice. It's really cool. I have no problems with the airplane at all. It's a nice little airplane. That's different than the Cessna 310 for sure. It is definitely faster, or about the same speed as the Cessna 310. I've been doing about 260 knots with it. I don't think I was having much in the way of wind, so almost to 200 nautical miles or 200 knots over the ground with the airplane. So we'll go ahead and get a little closer here and take a little bit of closer look of the airplane. No engine compartment accessibility, so in other words, you don't have the ability to check the oil or anything like that like you do in other aircraft such as the King Air 350 by Airfoil Labs. This airplane is kind of old in that regard, so you don't expect that kind of stuff. You do have access to the front compartment that you can see right there, which is kind of cool. You know, nice little touch right there. Nothing wrong with that at all. You just got to find the hitbox to be able to close it back up. So for role-playing purposes, you got that action going on there. Typical Coronado fashion, you cannot go around and remove all the chocks and stuff. In this case, the chocks are not represented. And you cannot remove the pedos. You just have to go in here to the static elements and remove it that way. Which is kind of disappointing, but you know, it's again, this is an older airplane now. We've had a few versions of X-Plane since this airplane came out. You do have access to the side door for the passengers to get in. You do not have a hitbox to be able to open up the rear passenger door there, so you do have to rely on the menu system. Not a big deal, but you know, be kind of nice for a role-playing aspect. And if we take it on around here, we have, it's still, you know, typical fit and finish is the same as typical Coronado products. It looks nice. No problems at all there, so I'm not complaining. It's kind of, oh, there you go, big old airplane coming in to land. At any rate, you know, the fit and finish is really nice. You don't have, this door right here is, you saw that handle briefly, but that's for something at the inside the cockpit, and there is no hitbox for the co-pilot door, so you could have to open up the co-pilot door this way. Now, if I can go over here real quick and see if I can find a hitbox there. So if I go over here, let's see if I can find a hitbox right here. Nope. So no hitbox on the outside, which really should be over here anyway for the outside. But at any rate, so that takes care of that. Nothing special around here. Would this be a nice candidate for reality expansion packs by sim coders? Sure, it would. It would be just fine. But you know, you can make every airplane a sim coders airplane, and sim coders would be busy forever, and whether they can get the development time offset for all the time they invested, I don't know. But if I had it, I would probably buy it because I have the airplane. I'd like to see you know, them to be able to do that, but hey, I'm not holding my breath on that regard, and I don't expect it to. So anyway, so that's the exterior of the airplane. The airplane looks really nice. You know, like I say, in a typical Coronado fashion. And we'll go ahead and go inside the cockpit door here, and go ahead and go on inside. We'll get rid of this dude. Hey, goodbye, dude. GTFO, this is my plane, not yours. And we'll go ahead and close this up right here. Another thing I noticed is that when you close this door right here for the passenger door, got the sound effects and everything, you cannot lock the door. You do have the shades, which work part of the time, and I don't. And so you know, it goes backwards. So if you go up, now you go up. It gets off track, but the shades do work, and all doors have shades, which is nice. I mean, I'm not going to complain. They're just kind of a pain to manipulate, but they do work, which is cool. Nice little storage compartment. What's it say? It says you can put in 85 pounds in here. So 85 pounds of gear of whatnot. This console does not open up, and you do have your cup holders. You got to have your cup holders. We're in America. We got to have our cup holders, for crying out loud. Anyway, so we go ahead and get on inside here and get fired to go. And here is the cockpit of the Seneca 5, and you can see they are sporting the Garmin 500. Which is okay, no problem for what you use it for. I'm not really complaining on it. I don't use don't use the Garmin 430 or 530. I use the GTN 750. It would be nice if they do an update for this airplane to get it up to date with X-Plane 11 version 3.5. If they would include being able to replace these and put in the GTN 750, that would be nice. Or if they put in a dual GTN 750, that would even be nicer, or a combination of a GTN 750 and a GTN 650, which would give me a reason to be able to go buy the GTN 650 from Reality XP. But right now, there hasn't been enough airplanes out there for me personally to justify buying the GTN 650, so I've never purchased it. One day I probably will when it warrants it to do that. The window options are typical. Are the options for Carinata are all the typical stuff. Change your livery, yada yada yada. This one does not. This was older one, so you don't have the ability to use your mouse wheel to make this go away. Which it's an older airplane, so when they do, if and when they ever do an update for this airplane, that they would do that. I would like for them, again, I don't really have a problem with them to have the Garmin 500 in here. Just put in the GTN 750 in-house, and then I'd be a happy camper, because you don't really need the Laminar Research G1000. But that's my personal take on it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get set up and ready to go here and get this thing in the air. And once we get up to cruising altitude, then I will do a musical montage, and then we'll come back and land the airplane. Because here in about 15 minutes, I have to go pick up my granddaughter from her school. So I need to expedite this thing and get in the air. I got 15 minutes to do that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do that right now. We'll go ahead and make sure that the props are all the way up. Make sure that we are full rich right now. Throttles are working. Air throttles are good. Make sure that our cowling flaps are open. So we'll go ahead and bring those down. I just bound a couple of switches for closing. One for closing, one for opening. So that takes care of that. Then we'll go ahead and turn on the battery master. And then we'll go ahead and start engine number 2 first. And to do that, we're going to go ahead and hit fuel pump 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, 4, 1005. Close fuels. Make sure that this is open. We'll crack our about 10, 20%, something like that. And then we'll go ahead and start the mags and then start the engine. And there we go. And parking brake is set, right? Should have been set. I think it's set. Okay, engine is on. Go ahead and hit the generator. Get that generator going right there for us. And then we'll go ahead and start engine number 1. Repeat the same procedure. Fuel 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, 4, 1005. And then mags on, and then start engine. Okay, engine is now on. We'll go ahead and hit the generator or alternator. Alternator is on. We'll go ahead and make sure all our lights, landing lights on, navigation lights on, and I should have hit the fin strobe at the first, which is also known as the beacon. So beacon is now on. Everything is ready to go. Everything looks good. Let's check a look at the oil pressures and everything. Make sure everything is in the green. Everything is in the green. Everything looks good. Cylinder head temperatures are nothing, but that'll change once we get some load on them. And now we can go ahead and turn on our radios. Radios are now on. Yaw dampener on auto mode, and then autopilot is in standby. And then we'll go ahead and turn on our pitos. Oops, that's not the pitos. That's the pitos. Pitos are now on, and then now next thing we need to do is go ahead and bring in the GTN 750 to take care of our navigational needs. So where we are going to go is I got to go back to Sky Vector so I can put in the information. We're going to go direct to CU BBA, and there it is. And then we're going to hit airway, which is the only one airway, which is V60 all the way to Herbert. Or Hear it. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. And then from there, we're going to go direct to our destination, which is KRQE, and there it is. And then what was 6,700 feet was going to be our landing altitude, so that takes care of that. And we are going to go to 10,000 feet, 10,500 feet. So that's going to be good to go. We'll go to GPS mode on that. Do we have... No, we do not. We do not have our ATIS, so we'll go ahead and pick up our ATIS right now.
Double Eagle 2 information Papa. 1600 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10.
So we'll do 22.
Sky conditions 13,000 broken, temperature 24, dew point 9. Altimeter 3027. Arriving runways 2217, departing runways 2217. Advise on initial contact you have Papa.
Okay, what was it? 327? Okay. We'll come over here and then we'll hit our barometric pressure. And what do you say it was?
Double Eagle
27. Okay. 27, so we'll go down to 27 on that. And then our altitude, we're going to go 10,500 feet. And our course, close enough. Gonna be 22 for now. And our heading as well, 22 as well. So we're good to go there. This with the SciTech equipment, the SciTech throttle quadrant, it does work. I'm sorry, well, yeah, that works too. The SciTech autopilot does work, except for adjusting your altitude. You don't have the freedom. You can go down on adjusting your altitude select, but it does not allow you to go up, or yeah, it's limited. Yaw dampener has already got on for some reason. That's fine, whatever, because I do have it set to automatic mode, so that's why. Matter of fact, I think I'll turn that off until once we're in the air. Come on. There we go. It does use your mouse wheel to control, but it's kind of finicky a little bit. Alright, taxi lights, everything is on. We're all set and ready to go there. GPU, and because we're using a GTN 750, it did transfer over to the 430, which is really convenient. So the 430 has the same flight plan, which is nice. So I do like that. So let's go ahead and get in the air. What is our current RPM? Our current RPM is, we're running a little high on the RPM here. Let's back that off to right around 1,000. Alright, so we're good to go there. And we can go ahead and release parking brake. And we'll go ahead and take off. This is not an FS economy flight. This will be a FS economy flight and not a flight jobs flight. That's what I should have said. And let's make sure that our windshield heat on, ice on, prop heats, we don't need those. I'll go ahead and put this to automatic because I'm going to forget. Visibility with this airplane is well, that's nice. Is the problem. There's a reason why I don't fly this airplane all that much. I like big picture windows. I like being able to see, and that's why I like other airplanes that do give me that functionality, whereas this one does not. And so I don't fly this airplane that much. Now, if I was in the real world with a real one of these, I probably would be just fine. But in the simulation, having the windows, it's just kind of narrow, And I see we got something on final here, so I guess we're going to have to wait. And I got 7 minutes, and I got to get out of here. And I do have live traffic going, which is cool. They may be landing on the other runway, but I don't know that. And for some reason, live traffic keeps on giving me every airplane is a Airbus A320. And then when I change it to a Cessna 172, then every airplane is a Cessna 172. So it's kind of like I can't win. But this is live traffic information, so. We'll let the damn thing land, and then it'll disappear, and we can go. Come on, dude, let's go. Fuel's burning. Time's burning. think we had another one on final as well, way out there. And there he is. Flaps 1. Set my my departure setting. And again, November 502 Delta Mike is holding short at runway 22 with straight out departure. Double Eagle traffic. Dude, get off the frickin' runway. Okay, well, while we're waiting for him to get off the runway. Off the runway yet? I think you're off the runway now, so we'll go ahead and go for it. Alright. November 502 Delta Mike is run on runway 22. For straight out departure. Strobe lights on. Landing lights on. Let's hit it. Now I'm just over extending my gotta get straight there. Come on, get nice. Be nice to me. Gotta settle down and get in the air. Gear up, flaps up, positive climb. FS economy flight is started. And autopilot engaged. We'll do a climb, 115 knot climb. Taxi lights can go off. Landing lights can go to pulse. And I think we are good to go. I did not do a run up on this one because I did do a previous flight earlier. And so we are going to simulate that we have already done it. I need to back off here on my manifold pressure because I'm just killing this airplane. Need to get in the green. How I can tell I'm getting in the green is by looking at the little bitty dot. If you look at the little bitty dot right there, you can see that we're in the green. If I go over, and we are climbing at 1,200 feet per minute. Our RPM. Go ahead and activate our prop sync, and our yaw dampener is on, so we're good to go there. Everything is looking sexy. We'll put that, tune this to GPS. We're 8,000 feet. We'll climb up to 10,000 feet. We are looking good, just making sure I'm not forgetting anything here. Everything's fine, fine, fine. All is on. We'll take a quick look outside. Got our pulse setting. I like the pulse setting ones. Carenato's the only one I found so far that does the pulse. Now you see the flaps are open, so what I'm doing is I'm going to close them. But I can't close them all the way. Close them all the way and then go back to right about there somewhere, because the temperature just climbs like a rocket, especially when you're in full power. You can see my temperature right here in the center of the screen. I have the on the left side is the oil temperature. Head temperature, which is a CH and fuel flow gauge. The head temperature is fine. That's not an issue. It's just that oil temperature that I got to watch out for. We can also go over here as well and then turn this. See, here's our oil temperature right here at 114 degrees Celsius, which is a little high, so I need to back off, open them up some more. Which is unfortunate because that robs you in speed. And we're at 10,000 feet, so I'll go ahead and open up our it's a little bit hot. I'll back up our props to right around 2300 RPM. Okay, we're in the neighborhood, 2300 RPM. We're going to back off our and get on the back side on Lena Peak. So let me go ahead and do that now. See our ITT go up. Try to get it right around 24 gallons per hour. I can take it down to about 10. There's 22. There's 10. All right. And let me go ahead and increase our manifold pressure back up to 37 on each side. So we are good to go. So we are at cruising setting, 10,000 feet. We're coming up to 160 knots, 162 knots indicated, and we're 193 over the ground. So once I now that we're settled in, once I get to the other side, then I will come back and then we'll land this bad boy. So we will see you here in a few minutes. thing I like about this airplane, it burns almost no fuel with twin engine. I think this is the most fuel efficient twin engine that I have in my hangar. I mean, 10 gallons an hour on each engine and doing 160 knots indicated, almost 200 knots over the ground. The Cessna 210 didn't do that, and I don't know if the Coronado Beechcraft Baron does that or not. I'll have to see. I'll check that out and see. But as far as the fuel efficiency burn for speed, I like this one. I like this one a lot. Let's see if it's going to cooperate, or am I going to have to take over? I'm trying to compensate for the wind. $107, not bad. Not bad landing, 107. But again, this is only my third flight in about a year, 6 months, 8 months, maybe 8 months since I've flown this airplane, so not too bad. But like with any airplane, it's when you do it, when you're constantly flying the same airplane over and over again, you get more proficient at it. And bouncing around with airplanes. Now I just turned off the autopilot. Go down here to the end of the runway and turn in, get paid, and then do my final thoughts. Go. You hear my granddaughter in the background. And we'll just go on down here, and then we'll find ourselves a place to park, and then we'll call it. Call it mission accomplished. There's a lot of school buses here for some reason. Weird. And we're successfully made it. Get our RPM down to 1,000 RPM. And let's see if we kill. Let's kill the fuels. Success. And off, 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 and off. I like the sound of the avionics as it's down, winding down. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this flight. I definitely appreciate you guys watching this video. Definitely like, subscribe, and of course, if you feel that I'm worthy, I definitely have PayPal donation. Right there, there's my PayPal donation link. I definitely appreciate any support come my way. Like I say, the Piper Cheyenne, the Piper Seneca 5 is an awesome airplane for GA, and it performs very well. Very, very impressed with the fuel burn. The fuel burn is, at least in this model anyway. Now that might change once they do, if and when they ever do an update with this airplane. Then the fuel burn may change, but for now the fuel burn is very good, anywhere between 9 to 11 gallons per hour on each tank when you're in cruise mode. So very, very impressive, 2200 RPM. So hey, I can't complain at all. So you guys take care, and I definitely again appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys next time on another exciting X-Plane adventures. Take care, guys. Bye.